Long way. The industry started here about 60 years ago. And when the oil industry started in Nigeria, Nigerians were basically spectators. We were not part of the industry. It was mostly operated by expatriates. Today the story has changed. Nigerians are very much a part of this industry. And as far as I'm concerned, NIBSS is a confirmation of this growth that we have come of age. Right now we're in a position to share experiences, our experience in Nigeria with the rest of the world, and that's what NIBSS is about. It's a very great opportunity, and I really encourage them to keep the good job.
Yeah, this conference has gone on this is the 3rd year running, and it's developing, and it's adding value to the entire value chain of the industry. We're very proud of this conference, and I'm sure that next year we'll do it much better, and we'll attract more people to attend this conference, and ultimately it will become either the Davos or the CERAWeek of Africa.
First and foremost, the organization itself, and what will eventually come out of it. I've gone through the program. I've seen all the topics that we discuss are topics that will chart a way forward for the industry. And honestly, the earlier the Africa wakes up, the better. The panelists of these 2 sessions actually open our eyes to the fact that we have been sleeping for too long.
Every time I attend NIBSS, my first thought is that original vision to make Nigeria the go-to place for issues that pertain to energy was a very right first step. Because we've done the years of trooping to OTC and we've not really seen the mileage that it has brought to this country. It is time for us to make the world pay attention to Nigeria. And I think that right from the first NIBSS to today, you are seeing the consistency in the quality of the program, in the quality of the sessions, the resource people, the attendance is becoming increasingly more global. So the world is certainly paying attention. And the best thing we can do is to sustain the momentum and just keep going. Nigeria is the leader for gas in Africa, but we have to take that position back from where it looked like, some other people were overtaking us. I'm a firm believer in Nigeria.
I think that I enjoy these kind of events because it allows me to basically feel part of Nigeria. It's as a CEO of an indigenous company, I think it gives me the opportunity to see and experience how Nigeria is trying to better itself in the oil and gas industry.
For Nigeria to sell the reform program that's embarking upon in the oil and gas industry, where we're sharing our experience with the rest of Africa, in particular, with countries that are beginning to produce oil, those that are finding more oil, trying to share with them what we think can be done in a sustainable way towards the development of the industry and the economies of those countries in general.
All right, great. So we've been very impressed with the NIPS group. I believe this is the 3rd edition of the conference. It's been very wide participation. Most of all the industry experts and senior level industry experts are all in attendance. As a company, we're associated with them, and we're really excited to be a part of it. So we wish you the best with it.
First, my impressions about the NIPS NIBSS has been very positive. Starting from this morning, where we had a real great cast of very serious personalities from the industry who were at the opening ceremony. The president, of course, was represented by the Secretary of the Government of the Federation. The Honorable Minister for Petroleum was there. A state governor was there, and very many ministers, heads of parastatals, all the international oil companies and most of the indigenous oil companies, contractors, exactly the kind of numbers, the kind of personalities we expect to see in a conference of this quality. We have been closely associated with NIBSS since the beginning. We're sponsors of the very first edition, and we have been sponsors since that time. And I have seen the quality of the conference grow from year to year. This year has been very good. We are just coming out of the gala evening with the presentation of awards for companies that had distinguished themselves in the industry. So this has actually been a very great day for NIPS. Over the next couple of days, we'll get down to the serious business of discussing what we see as the challenges and prospects of the industry. As you rightly mentioned, this year is declared as a gas year. This is very important for us because for Shell, we want to see ourselves as a major gas business. Actually, we want to center our onshore business around gas because we are acutely aware of the multiplier effects of gas for our development purposes, whether it's gas to power, gas to industrialization. And Shell, as you know, we are building today about the biggest domestic gas project in our Asa North project, almost a 300 million standard cubic feet of gas a day production facility, which is huge. If all went to power, it would be 1,200 megawatts of power. So we fully identify with the gas agenda, and we fully identify with this year as a gas year. And this is gas for us, both for export, but even more importantly for domestic consumption.
This is my first time at this conference, and to be frank, I've been extremely impressed. I think with more of cooperation with international producers, you would actually create this to be the hub for Africa for oil and gas international conference. You know, I'm extremely impressed. I've not had any of the presentations yet, but what I've seen today, I think, you know, the sky's the limit for you guys, all right? And just keep it up. My name is Tunde Afolabi. I'm the chairman of AMNI International Petroleum Development Company.
The NIPS, it's really great to be here, to see the companies, see the Nigerian companies, see the investors in the oil and gas sector that are here today for the NIPS. I look forward to the discussion, both hearing what's being said, but then also the discussions on the sideline of where are the new investments coming and how can the U.S. government step forward and continue to be investing in Nigeria's economic growth?
NIPS, NIPS is great. I would tell you, this is the third edition. Okay, and it has been a success. Why is it a success? Prior to NIPS, we used to go to what we call OTC, Offshore Technology, which is in Houston. Okay, like it's a jamboree. But now what we are doing is all the African countries, okay, coming together, just like OPEC, and that's how we are now. And even the investors, foreign investors, are coming. Because once you create the opportunity, they will all come here. Okay, and that is what is happening. It's a great, activity, initiative, and we are proud of it. And we are, really involved and proud to be part of NIPS.
So from what I saw here, I believe it's a very important and very fundamental point of contact, point of interest for the industry to meet in Nigeria and out of country. Importance come where I can see people dynamics.
I think it's been growing from strength to strength. It started as an experiment, but I think it's really gaining ground, and the current Minister of State for Petroleum has also added the zest to NIPS and giving it a very good coloration and building that platform for it to become better and better over here. So I think they are improving. If you are here when we started, had a lot of teething problems, but today I've been impressed, even with the tags, with the VIP badges. They brought some innovation, even the way the stage was set. So I think it's moving from strength to strength, and with the energy and vigor of the current Minister of State, the zest is there to push it further.
This is actually my first time of attending NIPS, and I am really glad I came. It's been so good in terms of networking, meeting a lot of senior government officials in the Ministry of Petroleum. I've also been able to meet a lot of my clients, especially the OICs and the various senior people in the oil industry. So it's really great.
It's my first NIPS attendance, and I heard that is the third one. And Henry Ford said once that coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. And I believe that this third NIPS is really the working together one. So it means success for Nigeria oil and gas industry. Thank you. God bless NIPS.
Baby, baby, fire they go. All the boys sit down colo, and they want some photo. She found the baby, baby, fire they go. All the boys sit down colo, and they want some photo. She found the baby, baby, fire they go. All the boys sit down colo, and they want some photo. She found the baby,